gotta elevate, elevate. Yeah. Some people never change, never elevate. So strange, so strange. Never growing, stay the same. I can't be around you, gotta rearrange. Rearrange the play you, but you ain't for the mission, you a fake dude. We be hot, you tryna stay cool. You forgetting where you at, you got ungrateful. Don't let them hold you back, hold you back. Don't let them pull you off track, Many minds in the gutter. Gotta show them that you're bigger than that. Sun don't change for a reason. They just stick around for a season, right? I be on the watch for the demons. Only good vibes around me, so don't let them stress you. You just gotta do you.
Last night was so amazing.
Hell yeah, it was. What's up, Bruce?
You going for round number 2?
You know it.
Brought to you by Blue Chew. Chew it and do it!
What's good, everybody? I am your host tonight, Miss Shorty. No, not Miss Shorty, Miss Sugar. I'm sorry. Y'all, I'm gonna be all thrown off today. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know ahead of time. I am hosting by myself tonight. We got the Shorty Logic. He is out sick, so keep him in y'all prayers. And all my other co-hosts, they are busy. Life is life and right now. So tonight we trying to finish up our topic that we had 2 Mondays ago, I think it was, which is people that drain your spirit, energy, and all that other crazy stuff. So we're going to go ahead and get into our first video.
So I'm going to tell you how you can tell if you are around someone who's very low vibrational or could have some type of demonic entity or something on them. Okay, these are ways that you can tell that are not the normal ways that people will tell you. So if someone's around you and they're yawning constantly, okay, just know that that's somebody who is trying to get you to bring you down to their level, okay? And I'm not talking about like just yawning because they're tired. I'm talking about someone who's yawning like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. You know, that weird fake yawn that people do. And sometimes we think it's just like maybe they're uncomfortable or what have you, but that's really, it is that they're uncomfortable, but it's on a deeper level. Like it's that their demons or their spirits are uncomfortable with you, so they want to bring you down to their level. Yawning is actually something that lowers your vibration and lowers your energy. So if you're constantly yawning, you are in a state of like delusion, in a state of drowsiness, okay? And that's how it makes it easier for entities to jump on you or for entities to influence you or transfer from one person to another. That's why they say yawning is contagious. So if someone is around you and they're constantly yawning, just know that they're trying to bring you down to their level. Another way that you can realize if you're around someone who's low vibrational or someone who may have an entity on them is if they're always angry, okay? Like I'm talking about someone who's just always irritable, someone who always has a problem, someone who always is like has a story to tell that's like a low vibrational story of how somebody did something to them and how they're mad or pissed off, or they're just pissed off and mad at the world. That type of person is someone who is very, very low vibrational. And that's, you know, kind of obvious. But if something is constantly happening to you, like every day it's a problem, every day you're mad, every day it's something, there is an entity that's constantly on your body or on your back or whatever, trying to always keep you in that low vibration. So that's someone that you're going to want to stay away from, okay? Another way that you can tell if you're around someone who's low vibrational would be if there's somebody who is never alone, like somebody who is always with someone. You can call them up and they're with this person, then they want to come and visit you, then when they leave you, they want to go see this person. They never like to be alone. That's someone who has an entity on them, or someone who is irritated by their own demons, so they can't handle them by themselves, so they have to go and mingle with other people to, you know, alleviate some of the stress and alleviate some of the tension that they have by themselves with their own demons, okay? So somebody who cannot be alone, someone who always has to have friends around, or like just somebody around them all the time, you don't want to be around nobody like that, because they're going to suck your energy. They are energy vampires. They are leeches. They are blood sucking demonic entities. Okay. Also, another one, and this is really important, is if someone comes around you, right, and they automatically start complaining about how their stomach is hurting, or something wrong with their stomach, or they get nauseous, or sick in some way, and it has to do with their stomach. Okay. Just know that your higher vibration is irritating their demons, because the bowels, the Baal, which is also your lower self, or Satan, or whatever you want to call it, you as a higher vibrational person will irritate someone who is lower vibrational. So their stomach, their bowels, their Baal, their lower self will become irritated. Okay, so they may, like I said, get nauseous. They may have to use the bathroom, or whatever it is, like their stomach just could be upset, or what have you. Like that's how you're around a lower vibrational person. That's how your vibration is higher, if you go around someone and their stomach starts to hurt, or they start complaining about that. So pay attention to things like that. But yeah, these were just a couple things that I just wanted to share with you all about how you can find out if someone is lower vibrational. But by now, if you were a chosen being, you should already know. You should be on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be able to feel this energy. You should be able to know, like, when you're around places and people and whatever who are not vibing on the same wavelength as you, and you need to get up out of there. Okay. But yeah, that's all. Ashe.
I think that was a real good video because. Hello. Can you hear me?
Ebony.
Yes. Okay. So back to what I was saying. I think that's a good video. I think what a lot of people don't realize is when you do say that someone is messing up your vibe, messing up your energy, messing up your spirit, you are talking about low vibrational people. So that was a good representation as to what that means and what that entails. You don't necessarily, to each his own, you don't have to believe in spirits and all this other stuff, but there is a reaction to being around somebody who is low vibrational, because your whole energy changes. The way you feel, your mood, it's just, if you seem like you're just being dragged down, because it can happen in an instant. And that is the clarification that you are around someone who has that low vibrational energy. And you need to learn how to remove yourself from that space that you're in with that person. Because I think the more you're around them, the more it starts to show. But you also being a being that understands that, recognizes that, feels that, receives that, you have the power to control your environment for you. So that was definitely a good video. I like that. It was an eye-opener as well. And I'm with her. I'm with her on that video. We're going to go ahead and go to the second video.
So what a lot of people don't talk about is energy drainers. People that drain your energy on purpose. Energy drainers are people that just come around you for no apparent reason. They don't like you, and they will still come around you to suck up your energy. That's what they do. They will see you happy. They will see you in a positive mood, right? And all they got to do is just walk right past you, and your whole energy then shifted. You ever went to work all happy and energized, and you were just like very happy? One person and walked right past you, and your whole mood just shifted? That's a spirit. That's an energy draining person. That's why you have to protect your energy at all times. People will come around you on purpose just to drain your energy, your joy, your happiness, your peace, your mental. They will try to destroy you as a person. And really, all they got to do is walk right on past you. That's what you call a low vibrational person. Y'all better watch out.
And y'all absolutely better watch out because there are people that do things like that. I don't know if y'all ever experienced being around somebody you like she said, you could be in a great spirit, your energy is up, you're vibing, and you just wake up understanding that I'm not gonna let nobody ruin my day today. You know, I'm gonna have the best day ever. I'm positive, 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 positive. And then you intertwine with somebody who's just having like the worst day from beginning to end. And then as it proceeds on later on in your day, all of a sudden, if you pay attention, you know that their energy is going up and your energy is slowly, gradually going down. And that's because they literally came in and they stole your energy. It's like they took over you if you allow them to. That's why you gotta stay prayed up and everything else because you know you gotta be cautious of your surroundings because people will do that. And when you notice that about yourself, you gotta stop and think, now I was in a good spirit when I got up, I was in a great mood, and then this person come around and then I just feel like, you just got that whole going on, like what the hell is going on? And that's what that is. It's somebody that actually came in and stole that vibe and that energy from you. So yeah, you gotta be cautious of people like that because people literally can wake up with the whole intention to do just that because they already know that you're the type of person that has a high viral energy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's like I need to feed off you. I need to feed off your spirit in order to make my spirit better, and then your spirit to go down. And that's what you don't want messing around with people.
Turn this TV down.
That's right. What you think about low vibration people?
I feel like they do drain a lot of energy out of you. I feel like energy is very important, something that we don't even think about. We can say, hey, it's our soul, but our soul is energy, and that's what we, feed on. But some people are very, how can you say it? Some people are very negative with a
Yes.
lot of things,
Yes.
and them are the type of people that you want to stay away from. You don't want to be around somebody who's going to be negative or always have something bad to say. Their energy is real low, and you can tell because they always need a group of people to be
Mm-hmm.
around to validate who they are. If you have somebody with high energy, they are always alone. They can never really vibrate with other people. You know, I know I have a very high energy. I'm not saying that I'm always right or correct or whatever, but I tend to try to stay away from a lot of people because
Mm-hmm.
if your energy don't match, I don't want that to hinder what I have with you. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? You don't, like I said at the other podcast, we don't have to necessarily be okay with who is around us, but we do need to learn how to not give our energy into that situation
Right.
because you don't want to not like we have people, we are intended as people, let me say that, to draw people in, to be friends with people, to be family with people,
Mm-hmm.
and
People
no
flock to
matter,
you when you do have a high spirit, when you do have a high energy
yeah,
about yourself. People automatically flock to you. So that's why you have to be cautious of your surroundings. But there's a now also people need to understand this. There's a difference between is that the TV?
I thought I turned it down. I'm sorry, I'm gonna turn it down again. My
Yeah,
bad.
you louder than the damn TV.
You shut the.
There is a difference between a person who has negative energy all the time and a person who's just having a bad day. And
Yeah,
you should know, you should be able to tell the difference between someone who's just having a bad day, especially if they're your friend or somebody you're around consistently. If they just having a bad day, that's different. It's understandable because every day ain't gonna be a great day. You're not gonna always have a great day. But there's
yeah,
a difference between someone who's just having a bad day and somebody who's just negative all the freaking time. There's
yeah.
never a
Negative
good
Nancy.
time in your life. Like there's never a good moment. And even if it's a good moment, that one good moment, they diminish that moment with some more negativity. That is a draining energy. That's a draining spirit right there. So you have to be cautious of that because, like I said, everybody's day ain't perfect. We understand that, but it's a difference between a bad day and just a negative person altogether.
Yeah. Somebody who's negative all the time.
Yes, there's never nothing, and that's why I said I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm gonna mess up Shorty life. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. He got a new toy he playing with y'all, and I'm gonna mess him up. But we're gonna go ahead and go to the next video.
Explains why you feel so drained with certain people. This is probably the most scientific thing you'll ever hear here. And it's actually the law of conservation of energy. A lot of us are dealing with relationships that we're not getting the same energy back. We're not getting the same reciprocity. Of course you're tired. Of course you're annoyed. Of course you're bothered. Because that energy isn't being given back to you. The law of conservation of energy states that energy cannot be destroyed or created. It simply exists. Shameless plug of the Holy Spirit. We're not doing that right now, but just know that. You're putting something out of you that isn't given back to you. It's a waste of your time and it's a waste of your energy. Learn to value relationships where there's reciprocity, where you actually get something back equivalent to the thing you're giving in. So I think this explains.
That was a good video as well. A lot of these videos are basically letting you know the same thing every time, that the things that you need to look out for, the things that you need to take in for yourself. You know, I think I like meditation. Meditation is good. I feel like it allows you the opportunity to become one with self. When you're on a journey, let me be clear. When you are on a journey, there's going to be plenty of obstacles along the way, and most of those obstacles are going to be other people. They're going to be other people, and those people are definitely coming to distract you from your destination, from the road that you're heading on. Because it's easier to go the left road, because like I said, the left road, that's the one that's most traveled. It's meant to take you off course. But the right level and the right road is harder to travel because you have all these distractions along your way. They are designed and equipped to destruct what you got going on, destruct your path. So you have to be cautious of that. Did you see that video, Desiree?
I've seen some of it, and I agree with the video. You do have to watch who you have around you, family, friends, certain places that you may be in.
Yeah.
So I agree with that video. I don't have nothing really bad. I don't have nothing to say about that. I feel like we really addressed that maybe the last part one because we in part two. So part one we addressed that, and you just have to be aware of everything, your surroundings, period. And when they say that, it's for places, people, and things, you know.
Yeah, I think a good tool for people to do, especially when they're on a journey or they're trying to, it's harder for some people to relinquish people that do bring that type of energy into their life. So I think a good tool for people to do is to sit down by yourself and journal. And if you don't journal, at least write a list down of each one of your friends or person that you have in your life that you are consistently with. And write down all the good things that they have in them that, that is inviting to your spirit. And then write down a list of the things that are, it's like a pros and cons. Write down the pros and write down the cons. And if your cons outweigh your pros, then that's definitely a person that you need to discard of from your life eventually, or at least dial down the time that you spend around them. Because I know it's hard for some people to let go of people that they have had in their lives forever, that are what in your mind you feel like is your friend or whatever the case may be. But when you do decide, if you wonder, everyone to yourself, why am I always mentally drained, emotionally drained, spiritually drained, physically drained?
Physically hurt so much.
Yes. Like all that can contribute to that sometimes with your surroundings, the people that you surround yourself with. So in order to try to start to diminish some of that, I feel like that's a good tool that people can do to start doing that. Because people automatically know who is good for them and who's not good good for them, who they want to be around, who they don't want to be around. But I feel like a lot of people they will call the other person, not even that person that they're talking about or thinking about. They will call another person to validate their thought process on that person. And that's when gossiping and all the other stuff start. But you have to literally, that's something that you have to take on by yourself. Because at the end of the day, you already know what you want to do before you even call the other person to ask them what their opinion was. You knew. You just wanted somebody to validate your opinion or either tell you something different so it will compensate for how you feel and what you think.
Right. You got to be able, they got to be able to clarify that whatever you're saying is right.
Right.
And somebody, we always looking for that.
Yes.
I feel like in friendships, relationships, and everything, we always looking for that person to clarify, hey, this is what I'm thinking. Am I right about it? You know, am I wrong about it? Right. We always need somebody to come and let us know. I don't know. I feel like that's the same way as anybody who's going through any health problems or whatever. You always want to have a second opinion, and that's what we go through in life.
I just think we've been programmed like that for so long. All our lives we've been programmed to just go into somebody else to validate what we're thinking and what we're feeling, and that is a sign of you not trusting yourself. So you have to learn how to trust yourself. You have to learn how to tap into
your
got
intuition. Gut feelings for a reason.
Exactly.
And we don't always go with what we feeling because we may not that we're not we don't. I'm not saying we don't know how we feeling. We know how we feeling, but we have to have that justification of, am I right or am I wrong about this situation, no matter who it is or what it is. So
and you have to start tapping into your intuition. If you get a feeling in your stomach that says, something don't feel right here, don't just brush yourself off. Stop brushing yourself off. If you're not even brushing off the person that you're having this issue with, if you're not even brushing off none of that, why are you going to brush yourself off? Start trusting yourself and your own instinct.
You have to start trusting your gut. Your gut tells you a lot of things. And I always used to have dreams about stuff that happened before it happened. And it got to a point where sometimes it wouldn't happen the way my dream went, but it happened, and it may have gotten better. It could have gotten worse. You know what I'm saying? But that was me, my intuition, my soul, my spirit, my energy telling me, look, no, don't go here. Don't turn left. Don't, and you have to always be okay with your gut feeling because we have it for a reason.
Right. And if you made in the image of the higher power, that means it's already inside of you. So that's why it's important that you do that. It's important that you're not going to see the God or the higher power in somebody else until you find it within yourself. So that's why it's very important that you start to trust yourself. You are an individual. If you're depending on everybody else to make a decision for you, you're never going to be able to tap in. You're never going to be able to, it's just not going to happen. And you can't depend on somebody who might have ill intentions towards you or for you. Because there's plenty of people out here that has ill intentions for you, and they just waiting on their time to be able to strike and hit. And then you'll step back and you'll say, oh, why did that happen? Or, I knew it, I felt it. Well, you felt it, then why didn't you go with what you felt? Why didn't you go with the understanding? Because your subconscious is telling you. And you didn't pay attention to your own subconscious. So you're going to put, like I said, you're going to put more faith in this person than you put in yourself. Make that make sense. It doesn't add up. So, yeah. So let's go ahead and go to the next video.
Explains why you feel so drained with certain people.
You become drained or tired out of nowhere around certain people. That's them draining your energy, and you don't need to keep being around them. Sorry, not sorry. Same thing if you real clumsy around certain people. It's not always meaning a bad thing. It's just meaning them two energies may not be going together right now.
Well, that was a quick video.
A very quick video.
that was a quick video. But you know what? I
That was
actually follow
in and out.
her. I actually follow her, and I like her videos because she be speaking some truth for real. But yeah, it just goes back to what we said. Trusting yourself, trusting your instinct.
Yeah.
It's just important to do that. You know, hey, y'all gotta forgive me because it's been an all over the place day today. Like I feel like I am drained today.
Yeah.
You know, you ever had them days where you just feel like, well, today's my day. I feel like I am drained and I'm just trying to bring myself back full circle because it's been like Monica. It's one of those days that a girl goes through when I'm inside. So we want to take it out on you.
I swear to God. And it's crazy when it's kind of, it feels like it's back to back, but it don't be. But I think when we are drained, in the middle of the process of us getting that energy back, it feels like days on days that we go through that same phase, but we're really not going through it. That
Right.
like we have pauses between
Yes.
the drain. Okay.
Yes.
And because sometimes we may be so drained, we don't see them pauses in between
Yeah.
the drain. So it's
Yeah.
like, oh
You
my
feel like it don't
God.
even matter. It don't even
I
matter
would
that I
look,
had those days to reset, regroup, and refresh. It's like, and then this one day will fuck it all up.
I'm off. I'm off, literally off 3 days. Okay, I work 4 days.
Yeah.
And when I'm off, it's like that. I'm off that night when I get off, but it's like that next day is like, oh my God. Somebody, if anybody call my phone, I'm like, who told you I'm still woke? I'm like, who told you I woke up already? Like, I'm so drained from just that experience that
Yeah.
sometimes it may take my whole 3 days
Dang.
off
Yep.
for me to be like, okay, I'm regrouped. And then by the time you regroup, it's like, damn, I got to go to work tomorrow. I got to
Yep.
be around anybody else that's going to drain me on
Yep.
top of what I'm already being drained of.
And it seems like, I don't know, I've really been hearing a
Because
lot of people say that it's like we don't transition into a new realm because the days are going by quicker. You know, the weeks are
yes,
going by quicker. The years are going by quicker. Like, I can't believe we're coming up on the end of July. Hell, I thought we just got in July. Like last week, I thought it was just 4th of July. And now here we
it
are.
was just 2024. It was just the beginning of the year.
Yes.
Okay.
And it is crazy to me. I'm just like, where is the time going? Soon as you get finished paying all your bills and stuff, it's already time to do it again. What happened? What
did I
happened?
do for them 3 weeks between that? Get back to the 2 weeks because you only got the first and the 4th week. That's the first of the month and the first of another month. What did I do in that time to?
Yes.
I didn't never ever see the money. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I never seen
And
the money.
it's a horrible feeling because me personally, when it feel like it doesn't swim by that quick, sometimes it makes me feel like, well, what did I do productive? Like, honestly, what did I have time to do productive? For me, I like to be productive. If I'm not productive, then I feel like I've wasted my days, and I don't like to feel like I've wasted my days. So I like to be productive. So when I feel like I done got shorted up, dipped on my time, and now I feel like, well, what did I do productive to get me to this next week so quick? What happened?
I feel like that on my days off. And so what I do is, even though the kids are upset and mad about it, but I have to find something to do outside of the bed. So I might go and mess with my my plants. You know, I grow little flowers and stuff. Maybe she might got a little green thumb. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, if I don't get out the bed and do nothing, I feel like I damn you any opportunity that I probably could have had doing something better than just sometimes I just be wanting to lay in the bed. I'm like, no, I'm very tired, but I have to get up and do something. I don't care if it's to get up, put on clothes, to take a picture, and get back in the bed. I still feel like I need to get out the bed and do something.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the hardest thing for me is the fact that when I transitioned into being an empty nester, that was really hard for me because I was so accustomed to doing stuff. I always been like the mom who was the teen mom. Like I have a son, so I always was involved in the sports that he did and things like that. It kept me going. So then I got in there. It's like midway through you raising kids, you get in the momentum that you get accustomed to. So then when you get accustomed to that, and then when you reach what you would call the finish line, which really ain't the finish line, but it feel like the finish line, and you become, and you become an empty nester, it's like, okay, I've been waiting to, get to this point, but at the same time, you're going through a moment where you're like, what do I do? Because now, like,
and as parents, that's what we go through. I'm gonna say parents, mothers and fathers, to kids that are grown. My oldest is 28, and I'm like, she really wasn't here, but she was here. But then now you got the rest of them that's like, I'm almost there.
Yes.
And then what am I going to do? And I say that to my kids, and I don't say it to be mean or absent from them. I just want them to know, like, when y'all old enough and y'all out on your own, what do I supposed to do?
Right.
Y'all get mad because I can't keep up with what y'all got going on. At the end of the day, I have to start being selfish and worry about me because I don't know. Y'all don't know neither, but it's a difference. It's a pack of y'all. Y'all like wolves. It's a pack of them. But it's just me. And what do I supposed to do? That's all I know is how to be a mother, how to be that loving, kind person that you can come and talk to. And I know and I'm still gonna be able to be that when y'all gone. But what do I do at that point? Y'all living y'all lives, y'all having kids, y'all getting married, y'all taking vacations. What do I supposed to do?
It's so backwards because as a parent, you got to juggle all this stuff as a parent, including your friendships and stuff like that. And we sit up here, we talking about people that drain your energy and things like that. Yes, some people can drain our energy, but at the same time, we also accustomed to doing shit. So it's like, okay, I think that's why we linger and take longer to dispose of these certain relationships that are not healthy for us, that are draining to us, because then when we don't have some of those relationships, then it's like, what do you do outside of the fact that you're not, a 24-hour parent no more? Stuff like that. So I think that's why we cling to some of those draining relationships. Yeah. Because it gives us something to do. As much as we make a complain about it, we also invite it in.
Yeah, it keeps us on our toes. It keeps us on our toes. It keeps us feeling
it's a whole bipolar situation.
That youth. It keeps us feeling that youth, that adrenaline, that I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to let go. I'm going to be able to do this. And
but we do hold
on to the
relationship. Yes, but we have to realize the difference is that it's not the relationship. It's just the busyness of it. It's the interaction of it. It's what keeps us clinging to it. You know what I'm saying? So
I know.
That's what I'm saying. It's all over the place. But but we all have the option to pick and choose. We do. Like we have the option.
We have options.
Yeah, we got options. Like I'm in my era. I want to travel. I want to go to the blue. I never thought, y'all. I knew it, but I just never thought that it would come so quickly. That when I was younger, I was like, looking at the older people, I was like, they going to jazz festivals and blues festivals.
They be having a ball.
They be having a ball. And now, baby, let me tell you something. Now, y'all, I'm at that age where I'm in it like that, and I'm like,
I'm ready.
Damn. You mean I was missing out on it? What? So it's a damn if you do, damn if you don't situation. Like you just don't know. Like what the hell? I know it's crazy, y'all. It's all over the place. I think we got one more video. I'm not for sure. Do we got one more video?
Anxiety acts up around certain people because their energy disturbs your spirit.
I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but this is something to really pay attention to. When you grow and you learn and you start to understand how powerful different energies are, you learn that you can't be around just anybody. You can't be in just anyone's presence. With all of the negative energy and the evil that is out here in the world, you have to be very selective and you have to listen to that voice and listen to the fact that your body is trying to tell you that, you know what, you don't need to be around this person. You know what, this person isn't good for my spirit. You know what, this person is just, they're not in tune with me. We don't align. We don't click. We don't mesh. Why? Because there's something about their spirit that does not set with yours, and that's fine. Pay attention.
Okay, so I don't know where Miss Sugar went. I like that video because she's right. Sometimes you just got to let go, put a pause on certain people that you're around. That it could be family, friends, whatever have you. But yeah, so she's exact with what's going on. Everybody may start off having a positive energy. Doesn't mean that energy is still for you. And me personally, I done got accustomed to being around my family, being around my grandkids or whatever. Where is your sister? Oh shit. Hold on. So I got accustomed to being around my grandbabies actually. And I really enjoy it. My kids are not so bad, but even in you having your children can also be a different energy wave. I have 5 of them, and sometimes we get along and sometimes we don't. But it goes for friends, family, anybody. And Miss Sugar's back. Hi, lady.
Yeah, I got kicked off, y'all. It was a spirit coming from my ass. I got kicked off. I had to go all the way out and come back. I apologize, y'all.
I was just basically letting them know that that even energies are different, even with your children. Yeah. I know that you are a mother of a single child. Mm-hmm. Me, I have multiple.
Yeah, they was coming for me, Javante. The spirit was coming for me. They still coming for me.
So I have multiple. So it's so different. And then me also having my mother here with me. Yeah. And when it was even my dad, it's like different spirits. So sometimes your kids or the people around you may be having a bad day, maybe having a thrown off day. Mm-hmm. And that will also jump on you. Like when I sleep with all my doors shut. Of course, I got my closet door, my bathroom door, and my bedroom door. Yeah. I keep them shut, locked, because I don't, and I, of course, close my curtains and everything when I go to sleep because I don't need any bad entities being around me while I'm asleep. Mm-hmm. But again, it depends. Who it is that's around you, and it could be anybody. It could be a place that you work at, and you have to go in and deal with other people. So.
What? I used to sleep. I used to sleep like that. I used to sleep with all my doors closed and all stuff. But I've gotten in a space where my doors are open. Now my blinds, of course, I close them at nighttime. There's been times where, thank goodness nobody know where I live. But there's been times where I don't fell asleep with my door unlocked. So it's just like, hey. But it took me a long time to get to that space. When I got to that point, though, I will say this: when I got to that point, the reason why I started to realize the reason why I was in that space is because a lot of my past injuries was affecting how I sleep, how I thought, how I process things, how I took things in, things like that. So I had to go on this journey, and I forced myself to like be able to sleep with no TV on, things like that, because those things were the things that was actually kind of like cradling
comfort
me.
zone. That was
Yes, it
your
was a comfort
comfort
zone, and
zone.
it was cradling me as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like there's going to be different phases in your life that you're going to have to work on things and process some things. But once you get to that point, you'll realize that all that you did was not really a comfort zone. It was just something that you was holding on to hinder yourself from healing and growing and having that good energy and spirit come in. You know, I because like I said, I've never, even when I moved out at 17, I had my own place. I lived by myself, but I didn't live by myself because it wasn't too long after that I had a boyfriend. And then, we lived together. And I've always been that person who has been in a relationship. I've never been alone. So it's like,
Right.
this is when I moved up here, and I've been up here 10 years. This was like the longest that I've like had this time to be alone with myself.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was a battle, y'all, because even you can have a bad spirit within yourself, and you battle yourself every day for a long time. And so when I started getting into that space, it was basically me learning how to deal with me. And it also taught me how to start dealing with others around me, how to deal with those spirits, how to deal with those draining people, how to function mentally with the people around me. So
Look at
it's
me.
it's a process. It's just a journey, and it's a process. She said, "Look at me, Lord have mercy. What's wrong with you?"
Girl, I was combing my hair the wrong way, but I was over here just cute with it. Like,
I cannot. I
girl,
cannot.
I can't. My nerves is bad, but I do get it. Like, and if I don't know nobody, I know you. So,
Yeah.
like, and I get it because I still go through that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. We've had a
it
hell
took
of
me
a
a
journey.
and it took me a
Yeah.
long time for me to be able to be okay with being by myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because even when we was younger, it was if I'm
Yeah.
not going nowhere.
Yeah.
Elvin, can you come out? Let's
Yeah.
go do this. I mean, and I know a
You
lot
got
of
all these
people,
different
but
personalities that intertwine because we was
yeah,
totally on the opposite spectrum,
we was
and we
opposite,
intertwined.
but
Yeah.
we hit it off from the beginning.
Because we balanced each other.
Yeah. And we
Yeah.
did that, and we still do.
Yeah.
We might not be able to talk more than like maybe the podcast or whatever. I
Every
know
once in a blue
anytime I
moon.
come to you, I know, hey, this shit's gonna be unfiltered. She gonna say what she got to say, and that's on motherfucking Ebony. Do not play. You know what I'm saying? And
A
I
lot of
look forward to that because
people who
as
know me know
friends,
me. Yes, they
yeah,
get
but
it.
as people, even us having other friends, even
Yeah.
though we are intertwined so bad that
Yeah.
our friends are our friend, like it's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
But me knowing that certain friends will
Mm-hmm.
not say, "Hey, that's right, calm down." No,
Yeah.
and I know the friends that would be like, "Bitch, if y'all sit down,
Mm-hmm.
like calm down,
And I've always
just."
been that friend that's kind of like I would say I'm the mother of friend. I'm the mother of the friends
I'm
because
the mother.
yeah, I'm the mother of the friends because I am that one that I'm so observant of people and their energy, and I've always been that type of way. So for me, if I get a bad vibe, I'm gonna be the one to take. Let me tell you something. That one right there. Mm-mm. But at the same time, I can respect the fact that my friends have other friends because we talked about this on the other podcast. Like I have friends that are on different spectrums, and
Yeah,
that's fine. That's fine,
and
and that's why
all
that
different.
energy, right? And I could deal with a lot of different energies at one time. But when my time is expired, I'm the same one that's gonna tell y'all my time is up. I got to go. Like that's
You
it.
see what I wrote on my page the other day.
Yes.
I let them know. Look, I can only be me.
Yep.
Okay, I'm here for
That's
a
it.
season and a reason.
Yep.
That's it. That's all I can give to you. If you
Yep.
can't respect or reciprocate what I'm giving you, that's on you. But I know where my real friends and motherfuckers
Right.
that really, I'm sorry, podcast, but people who really love me, like, know
Yep.
me
They know
because
you.
we already discussed this podcast after podcast. Either you love me for me, or we got mine on this place and for
y'all.
women night. What mine is them beasts and them wild things hurting right now? What's going on?
Nah, they. Oh, I done beat them now. My power went out. My power been out since 5 o'clock. It just came back on.
Oh
Well,
no!
thank the Lord for that.
God, I'm telling you, I'll be a
It
mess.
was all right. I'm good. I got a gas stove.
But let me tell you something. You good until you have to spend weeks on weeks without power. Because I remember when I still lived in Louisville and Hurricane Katrina had hit, and we was up there without power for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll suck. But the biggest thing I do,
everywhere.
I go and get a generator, and have my refrigerator run about 4 hours, turn it off, stuff like that. But everything else, I'm all right. I'm parking my truck now. So
Well,
where
everybody
Jay at?
ain't got it to get a generator right off the bat.
I ain't got it like that. It's just one of the things that I just have to make it happen. I ain't got it. I'll make it happen.
You gotta come through with the peanut butter and smooth it out.
Well, my truck got a generator on itself. My truck has a generator on it where I can run power off my semi truck.
Oh yeah.
Man, I'd have forgot my keys to my damn pickup truck. Ain't this it?
See that? Because you trying to smooth that peanut butter.
Because you not supposed to be on here with us right now, man. This is
Yes,
Women's
it
Night.
is. No, it's not. This is Monday. This ain't Wednesday.
I'm about to say, I thought this was
Wednesday. Y'all see how this night going, y'all. Y'all see how this night is going on the podcast. Now, y'all
where's everybody else at?
Y'all can't be messing up when I'm hosting the podcast. Mess up when Shorty's hosting the podcast, not when I'm hosting the podcast. God dang it. Y'all making me look bad.
Well,
I'm trying to hold it down.
I'm making you look exciting. You my fucking sister. I make this happen with you.
Down.
It was
Lamar, you got anything to say about bad energy and draining people?
Yeah.
My dog.
What you got to say? Because you going in there. See what I'm saying, y'all? I'm glad to pray about this. I'm glad to pray about this.
That's my dog. That's my dog. Mine. Come back in. Come back in.
He trying.
That's
See, that's
my
why
dog.
I said I knew it. That's why I said I do it, y'all. The whole day just been thrown off. But that's okay. I'm not gonna claim it. It's gonna come back right, even if it's off the podcast later on
It's not
tonight.
throwed off. It's not throwed off. We just talked about this the other day. We supposed to be in here raw and uncut. That's what a podcast is.
So we're gonna start doing open discussion. Go ahead,
So bad energy
for
for
women
me.
nights. That's
Hold
what
on,
it is.
Desiree.
For me, bad energy. Like I think my relationship with my daughter's mom, like my daughter's down there now. I think she has good intentions, but I think her delivery or her deliverance of it, and maybe the lack of ability to deliver, even including myself, gives bad energy.
Yeah.
And sometimes because of our lack of communication skills and the lack of us hearing one another, because a lot of times, even myself, I'm gonna speak on me, I don't want to listen, but I want to talk. And so, like, I think the lack of communication skills make it very hard for you to have effective communication. So therefore, that could be bad energy.
I agree.
That's what I would say with that. Because my daughter loves her mom, and I have no problem with you being around her mom. Like, for instance, I didn't have no money on me. I didn't have $1 on me, right?
Yeah.
So me and her mom not together. I'm like, hey, I'll give her some money so I can go and get her something to eat. So she gave me 20. I went and spent $10 and I brought her back her change. And I don't normally eat McDonald's, but I couldn't warm up nothing unless I do it old school. I don't want to turn on the oven and then make the house hot. But I think communication, and we learn to use effective communication with one another and learn to realize that it's okay to agree to disagree, but be respectful, man, the world will be a better place.
And let me tell you something, Lamont. This is my truth, y'all. I have learned that a lot since I started the podcast because I am that person that has always been like very direct. I'm very blunt with what I say. I know what I'm thinking. But I started telling myself I want to be intentional with people in every way. And in order for me to be intentional with you, I also have to learn how to use effective communication because
Yes, we do.
I have always been that dominant, aggressive woman. So for me, I had to transition out of that space like that to be able to communicate with people better, more calmer, and things like that. So it's a rare occasion you'll see me now get like completely out of pocket. I'm not saying that I don't get out of pocket because I am human. You know, I do have my days like everybody else do, but I'm much better with my communication. And I'm also much better with understanding that if somebody take me in the wrong way and they're being hostile with me, I have the right to retreat.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, it's like even space. I felt like my own place was being how you want to put it. I can't explain it. I just needed my own space, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes complete sense.
I just needed my own space. Like I felt like I felt like I didn't have my personal space. I need me some personal space. I feel like ain't nothing wrong with people, but I need me some me time. And me
Yep.
time is like
Yeah.
you crowd my own, you just crowd my spot, you know. And I'm like,
Yep.
man, I didn't sign up for this. And
Yeah,
I got, you
that's
know,
what a
like
lot of people
I'm
don't
gonna throw you.
understand about people with the people that got anxiety and PTSD. Like I have anxiety, PTSD, and that's why I said sometimes I'll let a person know you got about a good hour and a half. I mean, I say it all the time, y'all. You got about a good hour and a half. I mean, then I need to reset because sometimes just the conversation, if it gets too rowdy or if someone is pressing me too much, it gets overwhelming for me,
Yeah,
mentally
and that can happen.
overwhelming for me,
And
and I
that can
have to
happen.
retreat. Yeah, and I have to retreat because it's like a trigger. It's like a trigger for me.
It's like it takes so much out of you.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
exhausting. So I have to go and reset and regroup and then come back to it. Now you can either respect it or you don't have to respect it. But if I already know that how you respond to me in that moment tells me everything I need to know. So I know if you're that person that has the type of energy where you could be understandable about it, or if I need to leave you where you at.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
I gotta be important to me. I gotta
And
be
some people
important.
have criticism, constructive,
What
non-constructive
happened?
criticism, and it bothers you, you know.
Yeah.
Me
It don't bother
personally,
me.
I no, I criticism is criticism. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna look at it whether it is
But everybody don't handle it the same.
a good criticism or whether it's a bad one. But I'm just saying it's the communication part of it is what determines how I feel after.
Right.
If that makes your delivery
Yeah.
of how you say it, you
Yeah.
know,
Because it lets you know, it lets me know that if I handle you in a gentle manner and you can't do that in return, and I'm not yelling at you, I'm not screaming at
yeah.
you, I'm not cussing you out, I'm not doing it, and you can't handle me in the same manner, even when I'm not being hostile with you,
hmm
that
When I'm
already lets
being
me know,
very humble, you
yes,
know, that's another thing. You know, we supposed to be humble. We supposed to be humiliated. I mean, this is just what we supposed to do as far as life. We supposed to have ups and downs. We supposed to have it all, and
right,
people don't look at it that way. But
yeah,
it to me, it's the delivery of how you feel or whatever, you know, it's the delivery of it. I don't care how nobody feels about me as a person right now, me here at 43 years old.
yeah,
Um, but the delivery of how you feel about me is very important, and it really means a lot to me now because then that's when I can pick and choose who I want to be around me. I
yeah,
don't I want you to be able to deliver your message, but if you can't come to me the way I need you to come to me, that means
hmm,
you don't know me. You
yeah,
know,
and it
because I
also
don't
allows
want
you to
it
know
to
that
take it
y'all are in two different spaces.
yeah, and I don't want to take it in the wrong way. And you know, you might be coming from your wholesome self,
Yeah.
but the delivery of it is going to be like, hey, I don't know. I ain't gonna be able to be your
Hmm.
friend no more. You know, I know how I know I fall back from people um so easily, like I was explaining to you all when we was talking, you know, I would stop being your friend for anything, you know, and that's not with every friend, because my real friends are my family. But, you know, for my associates that I do deal with, it would be, I'm quick to do it. And I even said that even as far as my relationships, and that's, to me, it hurt me to a point that I could ever just, okay.
Yeah.
I've never
So
been
you
one of
standing
them
on your
people.
boundaries. You standing on your boundaries. There's nothing wrong with you standing on business. And people are not used to people standing on business with them.
Exactly. It was just like a scary point, but that also goes with the high energy and low energy, you know, and the way, like you said, communication, all of that comes into one. Everything intertwines with each other, you know.
It does.
So.
It does. It really do.
Yeah, because I catch myself maybe apologizing maybe every other night. I don't be not every other night, but
there's
I
nothing wrong with
apologize
apologizing.
because the way that I delivered what I was going to say, even though it didn't have anything to do with how I felt, it came out the wrong way. So I do apologize. Like I catch myself apologizing more now that I'm 43 than I ever have in my whole life.
And it's not a bad thing to apologize. When you recognize something within yourself, that's a great thing. That's growth. That's understanding. That's clarification for you in your spirit that you like, okay, you know what? I could have delivered that much. But these are some of the things that I learned, like I said, sitting by myself for so long. These are the things that I learned about myself as well. My approach was messed up. I take accountability for some things I could have done different in friendships and relationships. It's a process. Nobody out here is perfect. Nobody out here is gonna get it right. You know, and so we're not saying that everybody that step into your life has bad energy and draining. Sometimes it can be you, the way that you took it, the way that you perceive it. And you have to step back and evaluate that sometimes, and you can realize that I could have approached that differently. I could have spoke that differently. I can communicate that differently. I couldn't have been so aggressive. My energy was off. And the way my energy came off, I would have been upset too. You think about all them things, you know?
Yeah.
We're gonna be wrapping this up. But before we go, I want to shout out my bestie, Nicole. Happy birthday to you. I love you.
Happy birthday.
We appreciate y'all tuning in to the podcast. Make sure y'all check out the Shorty Logic podcast every Monday night at 8. Is it Eastern time? Yeah, 8 Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Make sure y'all check out Ladies Night, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. Central. And I'm going to tell y'all something. These time frames, Shorty has to remind me every Monday and Wednesday, just so y'all know I'm on that type of time. I will lose. So
she's on demon time. She on demon time.
But thank you for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. Make sure y'all tune in next week, and make sure y'all tune in this Wednesday night.
All right. Bye-bye.
You gotta elevate. Some people never change, never elevate. So strange, never growing, stay the same. I can't be around you, gotta rearrange. Rearrange the play, but you ain't for the mission, you a fake dude. We be hot, you tryna stay cool. You forgetting where you at, you got ungrateful. Don't let them hold you back. Don't let them pull you off track. Many minds in the gutter. Gotta show them that you're bigger than that. Sun don't change for a reason. They just stick around for a season, right? I be on the watch for the demons. Only good vibes around me, so don't let them stress you. You just gotta do